Alright. Cheers everyone, happy Friday. My name is Zemalf and let's play some Dwarf Fortress. Let's go back to Deeptown. Let's see if we can deal with at least some of the cavern dwellers today. Our squad of militaries almost wearing full steel, so maybe I will dare to test how tough the cavern dwellers in the cavern layer 3 are. So let's see how we do. Also hi to Munakas, hey Mikki, hey Nimst, how you doing? Nimst, I think you are in. You can always try the Q join command. It will actually tell if you already were in. I think I added you. Yeah, there you are. We are 58 dwarves strong at the moment. And one of the great things about this building the second fortress for the once dead civilization is that we are getting migrants from the first fort wood fight. And the last migrant wave had like half nicknamed dwarves, readily nicknamed from the previous forts, and I think that's fantastic. Especially because I will make at least third fort for this civilization, because it's a cool thing about Dwarf Fortress that you can build things in the same world and kind of continue that, and especially because we started with 0 sites, 1 dwarf. Well, our initial 7 and the king somewhere in the wilderness. It's nice to see the civilization grow, and then it's like the point of nicknames is that they stay there, and it's fantastic that they stick around through multiple forts. But yes, just a quick tour of Deeptown, starting from the not so deep, so from the surface, and one of the reasons why we are not in the surface, why is there a cat there? Cats are everywhere. So we are in the frozen tundra, nothing on the surface for us, and I decided before I even went for this embark that we would be going deep into the cavern layer 3 straight away. And the magma sea, and that's what we did. Here on the surface we do have a spotter dog here who was watching one of the corridors, and that's something I need to work on. Maybe not this time, but eventually when we make goblins aware that we are here, they will be coming, and I would like them to take this path and then take a path into our trapway down below. That's the idea. And also at the moment we still have. Okay, it looks like my leather stockpile is full because those are not being taken down. The trade depot is up here on the surface, and we need to take it down. And the other thing that is on the surface is our bastard animals right here. So we still haven't made them like a proper good place down below. We could probably secure it from the cavern layer 1 now, that we should have the rock blocks to build the walls, and we have the military to protect us against fish people that are in the cavern layer 1. Even that we are set in the ground level is 48, 49 elevation. We are set ourselves all the way down at -71, and even further in almost level -100 with our magma forges in the magma sea. We are also building some lodgings here. We have our trap corridor with very well functioning minecart grinder trap that has been taking care of a lot of cavern dwellers as I opened my trapway a little bit. Sadly, I did forget to connect this bridge to a lever, so I couldn't close it when they went and got the bait dog. But yeah, so we are deep in here. Actually, while I'm looking at these, let's assign some mining in here as Also making sure I'm not tapping into the lava walls itself. This level is actually full, so we can start here before we check the rest of the fortress. And then this level is almost done, so we need to do those still. Those still, and then we would be done with this. So let's smooth these halls. And we'll have some more things in. I would love actually to dig more things here in the depths, but it's quite. I will do it in a kind of way that we are not on top of lava, because the cancellations are just too much. But starting from the bottom here, we made ourselves like lava to be used for our magma works. We are smelting limonite for iron and making steel. We have some bituminous coal. That we can turn, because we don't have that many trees. Trees are somewhat limited. There's nothing on the surface. The cavern layer 3 is, well, it's occupied at the moment by the cavern dwellers, but there's also no trees there. There's some trees in cavern layer 1, but at the moment there is also a forgotten beast composed of flame in the cavern layer 1. So we need to see kind of can we actually open that, or when can we open that? Because that kind of beast can be difficult to handle, as it burns everything. Even that we are probably could kill it with my military dwarves, they might actually get burned in the process, and so I need to be careful with that. But yeah, I haven't used the kiln and the glass furnace. I just made them there. And then we have the Armorsmith's Guild, Weaponsmith's Guild, and Metalsmith's Guild. Armorsmith's Guild is actually up here, which I forgot to do. So once again, while doing the fortress tour, I remember to do things. So let's engrave that one, and I will actually already put it in place so we don't forget. So this will be the Armorsmith's Guild. Guild Hall, Armorer, there we go. Turquoise Aquamarine. And we'll make it citizens and long-term residents only, not gonna take visitors just yet, so weaponsmiths and metalsmiths, yeah. Then we need to go, and actually here, going down just a little bit more, we see here this kind of a chute as we go up. This is a way for us to deliver the metal ores 150 levels down. So we are using gravity. We are dropping them on a hatch, or hatch that will catch, and then we open the hatch when it's safe. We drop the stuff into the actual stockpile here, from where they are moved safely into the actual smelting stockpile, using quantum stockpile mechanics to save space, and it saves a lot of time now that it's running. It took a little while to, well, it took a long time to get that working, to build that, and then getting enough hauling happening so many levels above that we actually have enough here to smelt. But now all the iron ore, all the metal ores, flagstone, bituminous coal is piling up in one pile, and we are able to smelt it. And we also have a atom smasher, which actually has not been in use, even that it's there. That could actually be locked, because I think I did connect this one. Yeah. So we do have an atom smasher, but we are throwing our refuse into the lava. So we have a garbage chute here. So a couple of important chutes coming down from the above, because where we live is about 25 levels above. We see the corridor going into the trap corridor there. We made a well using the cavern water, a little bit disgusting as it is full of dead grundles that cavern dwellers have killed who are here. At the moment, these flyers are having a swim. They apparently don't drown. Same thing, we have these war chapterers and cave dwellers here. Like, I think we have like 100 of them or something visible, and who knows how many invisible ones are there waiting for ambush. The cavefish men are in the... They are in the first cavern layer, so we have a whole lot of them there as well. Yeah, the... oh, we have a polar bear in the surface, nice. That's potentially actually quite a danger, because we are fully open from the surface. I have absolutely no security there, apart from my military jumping in if we see something coming in. But yeah, who knows how many invisible ones there are. So at the moment, as the cavern dwelling mechanic is a little bit crazy, it's actually not that great to make fortresses in the caverns, unless you can kill the cavern dwellers faster than they appear. Because my FPS, when we unpause the game, it will be somewhere in the 40s. Even that our fort is not that big. Coming to the fortress basement, I guess. We have our cloth, armor, weapon stockpiles, some ammo and finished goods here, the stockpile layers. Then we have our library, which has not produced written... Oh! There's a book! There's a book! There's the first book! It's a good thing I made the writing materials. Let's take a look at the possibilities of time later. So we have, our scholars have made their first discovery and wrote a book. Let's see what that is about. We have a generic temple here, which actually definitely would deserve a little bit of engraving, so let's do that. Here on the right hand side is something I hope to see in action today. So we have a closed hatch couple here from the cavern that leads into the trap corridor, but if we open these ones, they would have access to my military who will be training in here. So I will either be using this, or will let the cavern dwellers into the trap corridor and have my military wait at the end. That's probably what I do, so we'll get to use the traps as well. To thin out the amount of enemies a little bit, because we might get overwhelmed, because I think there's like 400 or 500 of them there by now. Going up, this is where we have settled ourselves in the middle of the cavern layer 3. We have a roof on ourselves, so this kind of a little bit of a between different parts of this cavern. When building this, we lost one dwarf, and we lost a kid who went mad from strange mood, as we didn't have shells. The one thing I didn't have. We tried cave fishing with that and tried everything, but we couldn't get any turtles or anything like that on time. We have the dormitory, which actually should not be used that much at the moment, because everyone has their bedroom. We have a dining hall. We made the well, as I said before, using the cavern water. We have our small hospital here with soap. The bookkeeper's office right there. The refuse disposal into the magma is happening here. We have our butcher's tanners, kitchen still, and some farmer's workshop processing the different underground plants for food, like worry bushes, sweet pods for syrup, cave wheat for flour, and things like that, and pigtails for thread and cloth. We only have these 3 farms at the moment, and it has been enough to feed us quite well so far. We haven't been butchering our animals, so that will add to the diet quite well. Let's see when the fortress grows, kind of will I actually take into use this part that I irrigated with the pump here. I was actually hoping this would grow into indoor pasture with moss, but apparently the irrigated stone floor is great for farming, but it does not turn into a room full of fungus that animals could eat. There's a little bit of that, but these are not that great. The muddy floor fungus is not as good as the dense ones. Then above this we have some stockpiles, bedrooms in the corners of the caverns. We just turned into a barony and made my baron a dining hall, office, and a bedroom. So those are our nobles. And then the cloth production in there. The leather stockpile, as we noticed, was full, so we need to make this one bigger, and also start making some leather stuff, because we haven't been doing that. Here is another part of the mining chute that or the rock chute that we are mining from above. So the non-metal ores are dropped into a different chute from above, and then I have stockpiles for mechanics with magma safe stones and for the stone workers in here, and we have kind of vertical setup here. They are going for this one stockpile using stairs. And that was just made last time, and now that is running as well. So we have a lot of rock to do furniture. Above this, it's just prepared bedrooms, which I actually should furnish today. We'll probably start with that. So we have 40 bedrooms prepared already. That's really pretty good. I forgot that I did this. Okay, yeah, let's go again. Once again, a good thing to take a look at your fortress every now and then, not just go what pops in your mind. When we go above from higher than this, there's a lot of empty levels. There's like 80 levels of just diorites. Very, very boring levels. And then we have the cavern layer 2, where I do have some galena. I've been carving it out of the walls, but not opening the caverns themselves. It seems to be a smaller one than the others, or we don't see all of it, maybe, I don't know. But so far this has been the one we haven't been doing much in. There is a forgotten beast, I think this was the vomit monster. Yeah, this is composed of vomit, so it's been killing some things in there, but that's about it, what's been happening in the second cavern layer. And as we go up, in here is where we are making our way down, so I do have a guard animal in there in case something would come from the surface. We would get some information about it there. And again, kind of mining the galena here and then dropping it down the chute into the metalworks. Galena for lead and silver. And here we have just a capro level, one of the magma safe stones. It looks like they have done all the hauling here already, which is great. We can then slowly start hauling like one stone at a time or something like this. And then we have quartzite, a nice colored one, but also magma safe. So we are mining more of that and once again dropping it down the chute. And then we reach the cavern layer 1, where we did claim a little bit of space to do some fishing. But as said, sadly, didn't get turtles we wanted, and I'm not doing the fishing, otherwise it would just agitate cavern dwellers more, and we don't need the food at the moment. I do see obsidian pillar there. So in here we have these cave fishmen. They are not overly aggressive, but they do chase us when we see them, but one of my dwarves with an artifact warhammer took out 3 of them quite easily. Although they are very good fighters, most of them from the previous fort. But yeah, this is our source of wood. Now that the bedrooms are being made, we will start spending wood again. So we might need to open this one, and we have actually explored this quite well, because I actually on accident a cat was left outside the walls, because they went there and I left them, and they were nice enough to actually explore the place before they died really well. But somewhere in here we do have the forgotten beast composed of flame. No, that's the vomit one. So Ulet here is it looks the same, but this one is a pterosaur composed of flame. So wherever it goes, it ignites everything in fire. It has been killing some things here. I see that it has killed some of the cave fish people as well, because their weapons are there. These cave fish people actually have metal weapons, even steel. Nice, but things in the Cavern Layer 3 actually have wooden weapons. They are like completely useless to me, even as a resource. They are just eating my FPS. So we want to murder them all. Hopefully starting today. But yeah, let's continue up. There's not much to see anymore. So this is the Cavern Layer 1, and we have some bitterness coal here. So this could be a layer that I need to open at some point. It's a good thing I marked it down. And then here's some more bitterness coal that has been dropped down the chute already. Almost all of it's done. And then we have some dolomite, which is the flagstone we are using for steel. I also have chalk, but I chose to use dolomites for that. So it's been mostly done. Looks like they are doing the hauling and stone dropping starting from below. So we are getting up here to get it done. Where we also have some rock salt, which did I turn that on for this one? I probably did not, did I? Yeah, we are not collecting that yet, so... The rock salt is a nice color for things. It's not magma safe, but for normal furniture, I think we could do it... we could drop it from here, actually, maybe together with chalk. Chalk and... yeah, let's do that. And then our iron reserves are all the way almost at the surface. Right below surface we found some limonite in microcline. So we have been mining that and then dropping it down, and also the microcline we found in here. So there's still some veins that have ore that they have not hauled yet, emptying the hallways down below first. And yeah, some mining still going on in here. Actually, I could change that into an auto mining there if we have any. See some gems there as well. And then in here I had... Right, why did I do this? Oh, right, just to get more microcline. We just have shale up there. Let me see anything. That's the edge of the map in there, so we have reached that. We found more limonite there, which is great. There's probably more limonite, another vein here somewhere that we'll look later. Yeah, we'll finding more limonite veins as we go through the gems. Excellent. And then we reach the surface. So that was kind of a lengthy tour of the fort this time. And that's where we are after about 4 years in this fort. Quite slow progress. I had my population capped first at 19, then 29, then 39 and 50, and now we made it. I think it's at 80. Just to limit a little bit how many dwarves we get in the beginning. But yeah, I think one thing I first want to check is the book. Book we got, who wrote it, and what is it about. So how libraries work is that you have a library. You have library with bookcases, you have library with chests where they store writing materials. Writing materials like scrolls and quires that you make from sheets, and then either scroll binders or just from sheets, and then you bind the quires into a book, and the scrolls are usable as is. And scholars, they do like research and thinking about things that they hopefully make a discovery, and then they write a book about it. Scribes would do copies of the books, and now that we have one original work, we definitely want to add at least one scribe here. We could select one from the previous migrant wave. You know what? Let's make M. Horton a scribe. So we have at least someone making copies of the book we did. And just now, I noticed that we had produced our first book in this fort, The Possibilities of Time. So let's take a look what it is about. It was made by Icebeam, which is actually fantastic. No, is Icebeam just carrying it? Because Icebeam was one of the ones who had had a quite rare dream of making a great discovery. But the written portion consists of one-page manual entitled The Possibilities of Time, authored by Inod Lipatbono. No, it's actually not Icebeam who wrote this, but anyway. It concerns the nature of time. The writing is fairly cheerful. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. Well, we'll get better, but it is a book. It's original work. One-page manual of possibilities of time. Interesting. Time travel. Let's see. Do we have the author here? So it was written by PS4 Killjoy. Do they have a happy thought about? Felt satisfied after writing the possibilities of time. And now they are pondering diseases. Fantastic. Fantastic. Right. Yeah, that is great. But let's furnish some of these bedrooms here. And also let's unpause the game so the dwarves get to do stuff. And sometimes the game's ambient soundtrack, it's like there's the caverns are eerily quiet at times. So we haven't had much music. So I think we definitely want to make a tavern. Tavern not just for the dwarves, but for ourselves as well. We need some drink and industry to spice up the quite quiet existence here in Deeptown. There we go. And then let's make those bedrooms. Bedroom Marino. There we go. Good. And then I will let my stoneworkers make some more. I think I had the order set up that we have about 12 in storage or something. Actually 16. Okay, yeah. 16 is fine. So that is done. Let's go and see how the mining in here is going. These ones are being smoothed. That got interrupted once again. Let's try to finish this. Finish this now. You know what? Because that was interrupted, let me change the design here a bit. Oh, I have the auto mining on. Let's change the design a bit that we actually have a go down like that, because then I can do okay, let's do a room in there. And then we can make a stairway down from here. And then, well, these actually don't need to be with priority. Again, I'm checking that we could actually make this happen without too many cancellations this time. So we can have some dwarves live here where it's warm. Good. So those should be mined without problems, as we are not gonna get cancelled by the heat. And next day we're from here. And we will see if we mine these ones as well. Let's at least get that started. Luxury apartments at the Magma Sea in Deeptown. Which does bring me to the question that where will we make our tavern? Right here we do have some obsidian and diamond clusters, and actually we might be quite close to it here. Quite close to it here, but hopefully we run into a magma wall before anything else, so they at least cancel that. Cancel that when we get there. So those will be done. These will be smoothed. But alright, that's where we discovered the Magma Sea. All these obsidian things in here. We did see one spot where there was adamantine as well. We didn't even mark it down. Where was it? Where was it? It was somewhere in the depths, and it was like one tile. One tile where there was exposed adamantine. I have absolutely no memory. I think it was like in a quite inaccessible place. Well, we don't need to worry about that just yet. When we deal with the cavern dwellers, if we can start to control them a little bit better, then we will eventually turn our eyes into the good stuff here. But yeah, tavern. Where will we make our tavern? This is the danger area here. We could have a spot up here. Spots up here. Okay, we are just getting more of them appearing. What is that? Okay, we actually spotted them because some other animal spotted the ambushed ones, but for some reason we have a troll in the water who the cavern dwellers will attack on. I like that. I see the mist when it's going in the bottom of the pool there. It's not drowning, is it? No, it's already injured by the other things. Anyway, but we that's a sound we have gotten quite used to as stuff keeps happening. We are making our catacombs there. Made a tomb for our Baron. But yeah, still looking where would the tavern fit nicely? There's a little bit of space here where it could be kind of quite close to everything. Or we could just make it one level below in here. It's either gonna be like in here. I still want it to be like in the cavern. We have the caverns around it, or then we would make it into magma levels. It's a little bit off. Right. Because this central staircase actually comes up kind of on the right side. Right side here. I'm for this fort I'm mostly on purpose. I don't think I've said it aloud, but I've avoided the usual central staircase design I have. Partly out of having to do it like that, because we have to change the location based on the caverns and the layout of the magma sea and everything. But I've kind of on purpose had a little bit more of that, but still use a lot of sea levels. So we have staircase going just a couple of levels in the different spots, which actually makes it much harder to kind of always remember where things are, because not everything is in like around a single tile, but I usually do. Right, so I think I was planning to do like maybe stockpiles here for the farming. So kind of we could at some point, if we need to increase our brewing and such, would be happening around this area, and food production as well. But on the other hand, the tavern is only for merrymaking, so we could do. Okay, I'm right now leaning towards just putting it here, so that would be in very clearly in the cavern layer. I think it would be on this side actually. Like it could be like right here maybe. We do have a ramp coming down from this level to here. So what we could do is have a ramp in here that would take it to the tavern. But on the other hand, this one here is quite an important one as well, as that goes down into the magma levels. So maybe that tavern would make sense that it happens kind of between these places, so it would be here. Yeah, I think I like that idea. So let's do it here. I think I also would like to have a little bit of a ramp system that is a little bit on the way. We could move that one. See, so this is our drink stockpile. Let's move the drinks. So for that as well, kind of this is an important one. So our drinks should actually be like around here instead. More central location. So let's do that now. Let's move our drink stockpile there. Stockpile there for now. I might actually decide to put it here on this level instead. When I would make, actually this is low priority. We could have our drink stockpile in here instead. Yeah, I think I like that. Although no, I actually don't want to open that one. Don't want to open that one. Scrap this idea. Scrap this idea, but the tavern. Tavern would be. We want like 10 by 10 by 10 space for the dance floor. Could come down from here with 2 ramps. Let's do that. So we come down from here with 2 ramps. Then we dig down this one, and those walls would be left, and that works nicely. We can open. Oh, actually, we don't need to open that one. That will be good. Good, and that makes it come down from here. So then I'm gonna open that one and that one, and from here we would have the opening to the tavern. And let's see, this would be 11 by 11. I think that's pretty nice. I like it. I like it. We will grab a second piece of doors in there. It would kind of nicely connect things. Let's not open that one. No, let's open it because the ramp will come down in there. Yeah, let's have the tavern there. And we save into the winter. Good time to take a drink. Good time to take a drink and we are closing in on 4 years. 4 years, as I said. Checking, I think we have all our dwarves named at the moment. Yeah, we do. So, Killing Moon, I will give you a dwarf in. Give you a dwarf when we get some migrants. Let me put a reminder for everyone about the queue. Again, so there it is. Again, so don't echo myself, thanks. Good. Oh, accidentally unpaused. Right. I was making that cage before. Did I place it somewhere already? Was I interrupted? I was interrupted because I was thinking about the location. Yeah, we have the iron cage, so let's place that here. So I'm seeing all these dogs and kittens running around, so we need to close some of them in a place. And actually this one, now that I think about it, this should definitely be not only a barracks, but we should have like a guard dog area. But do I want them to be in a fighting area? I guess we do. So this would be cavern free guard animals. Oh, let's call it cavern free guards. And let's place some of the war dogs in here. It will help us spot things if there's no one training, and also keep them in one place so they are little bit more contained. So war dogs in there, good. Good, and then in this cage we will close some of the cats and such, because we have see a lot of them running here. Okay, what is that sound? Oh! Oh! Do we have goblins coming in? Oh, the goblins are here! That's a surprise! That's a surprise. Okay, we need some gate traps up on top so that we can start getting some goblins. Okay, that's something for my military to take care of. Yeah, and I also have this one open. This one open, which shouldn't be. They should actually come from here so that this one would spot them and not the things. Okay, let's see what they do. See more of them? Yeah, okay. We might actually have a little bit of an ambush coming. It might just be thieves, but there might actually be some goblins behind them. So let's follow this one and see where they are trying to go, and see if my military catches them. looks like they are going for the animals, or they are running away from my guys. Are they fighting the animals? They're just running. No, they are running because we are. Let's take that off. So how many we have seen so far? 4 of them are here. Okay. Some reason they came into this level, but what are they afraid of? So my military has like 150 levels to run up to these guys now. No, just the troll fighting down below. Okay, let's follow this guy if they are trying to go down below. The goblins are running from the animals are running from the goblins, and it's all chaos. No one is fighting anyone. My military is somewhere running in here. No, still just the troll fighting. Okay, let me give a new command here. Let's assign all these ones into that one. There we go. Oh, there we go. Max is the first one to seen. Coming with their legendary spear dwarf skills. The newly made masterwork steel spear in hand and fully wearing steel. These thieves don't stand a chance. Yeah, there we go. Okay, did someone go after this one? Is no one gonna kill this one? There we go. Die, you thieves! Nice. And let's see if we have anyone alive, and then we need to go and get all our animals. But let's see. This is great news. Great news and bad news that we are about to get. We are about to get goblins now as well. Yeah, I don't see the goblins anymore. I see a lot of other things, but not the goblins anymore. Okay, where did they kill the last one? Checking here. Do I see some blood somewhere? That's where was the first one? First one killed, so it's not like rotting in some corner later. You don't see it. Don't see it now. Is it killed here in the same pile? Yeah, that's 2 corpses and one chopped off head, so it went well. But yeah, as soon as the letter here is moved, we need to close this one and put at least some traps here so that we catch things like that. Because if there would have been a kid there, they would have stole it, and there would have not been much I could have done. Something, at least some sort of defense we need to build there, because in that I've kind of on purpose not to use that many gate traps on this one. Okay, that's good. That's good. The goblins know that we are here. I was actually wondering about that. So they will increase. They will increase their attacks. So we need to think about what we do. I saw I had some clay there, so let's bring the clay in here. from the surface. We could actually drop it here. No. Forget about this. We are not in rush with that. However, we do want to make sure that let me see, the letter is probably brought up. The animals do act as a little bit of a warning system, as they seem to go for them in here. But it would be sad to lose just all these animals. If that was a proper siege or ambush, these things just would have died, and that would have been quite sad. Quite sad, to be honest. So we need to do something about that. What we could do is just have the animals be in this one, and eat the moss around the area, because we are not ready yet to claim any space elsewhere. What we could also do is just make sure we have isolated this area from the outside properly. So it's only accessible from the top. So seeing the goblins there, we need to speed up my plan of making them a path down, which was my plan with this corridor here. These would all be closed, and they would have their own separate path up. Right. Think. Let's see about that. See about that's how we do it. So let's go down in here. What I could do is like this also needs me to clear things a little bit. What I could do is like have them connect to the same one, but from this side, and then we could close the cavern off. Basically, we could select that. Do we have the top side open into the traps, or other way around, or do we just let them be? Maybe that would lure the cavern dwellers to the surface, and even fight the goblins or something like that if we let them do their thing. But let's see like around this space. That's how well could we dig up? Okay, we need to do something in here, as we are using that space ourselves. So we could come and connect it like here. Somewhere in here instead. Let me plan that a little bit initially here. Nope, not channeling down, but like that. And then we would do and potentially the same path could be used for traders later. Or I make them their own path, I don't know yet. Okay, so here we could have them come through this one. Like that. let's see what we have above this. Could we do like circle around? Okay, we might hit something here in the second cavern. But then all the way up to the first cavern layer we would be... Oh, we could even be okay in here. Okay, this seems like pretty good spots. Pretty good spots in here. And then it connects a little bit to the other side than I had in mind. In here. We could just make them come this way instead. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that from here, so then... Okay, I'm painting this from bottom up, but this is so many levels that it's actually worth making a macro for this. Instead of clicking. Keyboard cursor on. Then we do... select that spot, we do control record, and we do U, that's mining. And then we come level up. And we do U, M. We come a level up. We do U. Okay, here it actually fails the spot, but I will still do the macro. We'll just move the spots, change into M. No, I was pressing the wrong key. Shit. Stop the record. That was a bad macro. I was pressing the wrong key. We're going further below. So I need to press that one. Okay, let's do that again. So we do mining, and we start from there, control record. I actually would have probably done this faster without macro, but anyway, I can actually utilize this when I make if I make a separate path for the wagons. M, one level up. Level up. Level up. And one level up. And stop the record there. And when we go in here and we repeat the macro, should paint the same thing. And when we press it again, it makes another levels. And we do this until we hit something. And then we adjust. You know, but I think I still saved time with this. Oh yeah, it's long. It's a long way down. So Control R to record a macro, Control R to stop the macro, and then it will Control P you play the macro. And you can also save and load the macros if you like. So we're actually gonna save this one. Save this one as a free wide spiral ramp up. So we can load that later, and actually the saved macros are they are not save file specific, so you can use these with different thoughts. So if you have your favorite bedroom design or something, you should probably make a macro for that, and then you can just repeat it to all the forts with a simple click. Okay, here we need to adjust. Here we need to adjust things. So it's okay up to here. So then let's see, let's change that a little bit. Let's check the levels above as well. So we would be like in this space maybe. Yeah, we need to move like to that side. That side a little. Yeah, just here is fine actually. Yep, almost good. So then we mine down from there. See if we could change it here a bit as well. Let's go through this cavern layer. Make sure we are safe. Safe from anything new. Then we could change the direction. Change the direction like this, and we would continue from here, and once again we can play. Almost there. Okay. So then I will turn the keyboard cursor away because I don't need it right now. Then let's confirm that was okay. So we didn't hit any of our. I was quite close to this one here, but it's fine. We didn't hit it. Yep, I think it's fine. Then in here we dodge the cavern and we continue. We might hit something on the way down, which will make things interesting for sure. But it goes down a lots. Yeah, this will take actually a long time to build. And here we dodge the third layer, and then it just goes down into the one. And here we will have a bridge eventually. And okay, let's start. Actually, let's first finish the cavern mine, and then after that we are to make sure they have mined this one out, and then we start from the top. What what is the war dog fight? What? Stands up, stands up, stands up. I've seen this happen occasionally. Were you hurt? No, you were not even hurt. Stop. Stop going down and standing up, kind of spamming the combat cue there. Okay, I think it's fine now. Maybe it was like rolling down the stairs or something. I don't know. Okay, it continues to do that. Let's see if it stops. See if it stops, and let's smooth this place up. Oh, man, FPS is so bad. I want to kill those cavern dwellers fast. So no, we don't need to plan now. This can be actually done. So let's smooth all that, and when it's smooth, then we can engrave it, and that will be our tavern. Let's see. Right, they're actually smoothing these ones here at the moment, which is fine. We also want to do that. Kind of get these done. These done, but this does not involve the miners. So let's do this part first, and then maybe let's do like couple of levels down into this level. So then we know. Oh, I see some Moldogs. Moldogs, they're doing their thing. I think that could also connect it to some of these levels. At some points. No! Oh, for fuck's sake. Undo, please! Oh, crap. Why did I unclick the... Shit. Okay, it's a good thing I have a macro. I think I just took 4 levels out. Keyboard cursor. So up 1 level, and then now we put. Actually, we don't need to put that on. Now we can just play it. So we do. And right now we just cancel that part. That part we come down from here. This one was okay. Good. I wanted to do was take that level out. Imaldini. Okay, so they are They are at it. I think when they get in here, I think I want to give them a break. Nope, actually that's something I didn't want to do. So then we make that one 5. You inspired me to stream Dwarf Fortress myself for a bit. Never did that before. Nice, nice. Streaming is fun. Kind of as long as you do it for as long as you enjoy it yourself, and you can't really know if you're gonna enjoy streaming if you don't do it, and then it's fun thing to share. Oh, we have some Livenites here. Fun thing to share what you are playing. All right, so a pathway for goblins spiraling down into their death. Okay, this will start causing miasma. Miasma, which will start annoy things really soon. Some reason like refuse hauling as is the lowest of the lowest priorities, which is kinda good, but then also it's something that usually needs to be done fast. And you can help it by doing dumps. And this is actually also one of the reasons why I want the killing to be happening in the lower levels, so we don't need to haul goblin corpses for 100 levels. But yeah, I'm thinking I do need to. Those will cause miasma and annoy them if I don't do it manually. So what we need to do is come here, take this one and actually remove it. And we don't have any other dump zone at the moment, so we will come here. Okay, they have actually hauled some of them, so they are doing it. They are just doing it slowly. Okay, actually I'm not gonna touch it. I was thinking that we would dump them into the magma, but they are doing their thing. Just a little bit slowly. Because we are so high up that someone takes like forever to even get here. Okay. Let's... When this is all running, I don't necessarily need gate straps in here, and I actually don't want gate straps in this level. Gate traps in this level, that's why we are doing this. We are taking the goblins to the magma sea, to us, instead of us running up to them. The problem will be when we want to connect to connect to the trap layer because the cavern dwellers will have their say in that. So let's see how is our squad doing. They are actually fully in steel. Almost. They are missing some gauntlets, but that's about it. So let's set them first of all to train at the moment. all the dogs and their puppies. Let's do that actually first. Let's have the dwarves haul some of the cats running around, some of the dogs. I will leave the hunting dogs out. They are good at spotting things, we can use them, but so many, all the untrained dogs, puppies, cats, kittens, all in this cage because we have probably like 50 of them running around the fort, and that is slowing things down. They are canceling constructions and stuff like that. So let's close them in, and we'll actually start eating our cats and dogs as well in the near future. Hey, the sniper. Which fraction of population do you usually designate to somewhat active militia? That depends a little bit on the maturity level of your fortress, but I would say, like, assuming you would go to 200 dwarves. I usually have a military of 40 to 60 dwarves. So 25 to 33% about. Kind of depending a bit where the fortress is. Like right now I have 10, but actually they are readily trained because they came from the. So I make the rack and tack 10-12 squad really early and have them training like couple of months a year, and then after a couple of years when things actually start happening with, for example, goblins, they actually pretty good already just from sparring a couple of months a year. So that's what I do, like usually when I go above, like when I hit like the 25-30 mark, that's when I start putting some kind of active military. But yeah, this is their barrack, so let's give them a schedule to train in a little bit. Let's take a look at them here, and actually let's first make sure they keep their uniform on, just to simplify things, because at the moment dwarves taking off their uniform and putting a new one back, it's just not working properly. So let's do that, and then we had the goblin attack now in the winter, which is actually quite an interesting one. They usually come earlier, so let's do a training at the end of year. And then the first, so in this case 3 months training, actually a year. When they are in the training order, they might actually go and do their own training as well, which is fine. But let's do that. There is a benefit in having kind of everyone in the military. And then you have the actual fighting dwarves, because, for example, Selvert Sal does this in almost all her forts. She puts everyone in the military and has them train like 1 month a year. It's great for the dwarven happiness. It's great for the dwarven happiness, and then you also get some military dwarves in the process. Because they get happy thoughts for the martial training, like almost all dwarves, not all, but almost all. And then they improve their skills, which is another happy thought. And just for the dwarven happiness, it's good to have them in training. But it's also a little bit of pain in the ass to have to put everyone in the military. And if you want to be a little bit careful to choose who's the militia captain, just in case they actually do some fighting and things like that. But yeah, if you start doing it from the beginning, it's actually not that much. until you get like a 40 dwarf migrants wave at some point, and then you need to assign them all. Okay, let's see how the spiral is doing. They're actually doing quite a fast progress with it, which is great to see. She's great to see. I think I will keep the keyboard cursor on now. I had some issues with it when I had it on before, but no, I think it's fine. Ooh. I got close, but not too close. Hey someone, how you doing? Can I ask you a question? Of course. Especially if it's Dwarf Fortress related. What skills are good for a priest? So priest that you put on the temple. That is a good question. I would say that they will, well, first of all, I think their main thing, because the performers are separate. But I think they benefit from the like consoler skill, because when a dwarf is angry, they go and yell at somebody in charge, and normally that is the mayor or someone like that. But if the dwarf is in that religion or whatever it's called, when they have the priest, they actually go and complain and yell at the priest. So I'm not sure about this. I don't know if it's even active skill or what it does, but I'm just a gut feeling that the consoler skill and like pacifying skill, those things, simply the social skills would be somewhat beneficial. But that's just my guess. I don't really know. I'm not sure. Well, someone might know who has really looked into that side of things, but because for example, this is now my fourth in the Steam version. I've only had one fortress where they actually asked for that temple to be built, where they have a priest, and they were not even using that temple that much. So I have kind of I've only done it when the dwarves have asked for it, and not kind of think about it too much. But that's the one thing I can think of, like, because they do need the social skills, as the dwarves will go and complain to them. And then if they do the performances, then they could possibly benefit from like the musical or speech skills or something like that. Anyway, all the social stuff. But again, it's like with most of the dwarven stuff, it's like, it's nice to have like good skills for the job, but also they learn what they need to learn in when they do whatever job it is, and they get better at it. I actually, yeah, now that I mentioned that, continuing on that, whether you are selecting a priest or you are selecting a baron like I did, if you are selecting a sheriff or captain of the guard, I usually don't actually look at the skills. I look at their traits and values to make sure they kind of match that position. for example, well, I don't know what could be the, from the top of my head, I don't know what would be a trait to look for a priest. But I would look at the dwarves in that religion and see kind of if something pops up. Something pops up in your in the traits or preferences. Like for example, we have this this dwarf here. I would look at personality and traits and values. I would look if something kind of catches my eye in here. That would be very priest-like if I was selecting a priest. And then same thing with the traits. Like if they absolutely like hate people, if they hate talking to people, it's probably not good to be a priest who people come to yell at. And if they have something like that, they always get into arguments. Probably not a good idea as well. Things like that. Yeah, empathy. Yeah. I don't remember exactly what the wording for that is, but I think it's in the, I think it's somewhere in the traits, depending on how high it is. Because kind of the main purpose of the mayor and priest when they are being yelled at is like take that yelling well instead of turning it into arguments. Because if they just take it and feel empathy for it and show empathy to the other one, they both get like really good thoughts about it, and that's kind of one way to bounce back from the unhappiness. But if someone comes to yell at the mayor or a priest and they get into argument, they go further into the unhappiness, which is the exact opposite what could happen. But yeah, that's actually, so I'm not sure if you can, I think that's one of the things about those when the dwarves ask for the temple for their chosen deity or religion or whatever it is, they I don't think you can make that happen. Like you can't. You can have them temples to worship something, but I'm not sure if it's still in if it's yet in the game that the dwarves will like convert into something. So basically, you either have them or you don't. You can't make you can make a temple, but I think it works in a way that you can only assign it if it's an established sect. Temple can help to create the sect. Okay, right. So they kind of they choose to be in a similar way they choose to be in a guild. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I found very little benefits from temples apart from avoiding the unfocus when they can't pray. But I have not found it useful in the same way like guilds are. So I always just make the generic temple, and if everything goes well, that's all I get. I don't add anything else. But then of course, if you sometimes and quite often what happens that you get so many migrants that eventually you will just get dwarves who are in the same sect. Oh man, I'm like thinking this is actually proceeding quite well, but we have like 50 levels still to go. We are so deep. But on the other hand, I think we are getting it done during the winter. So maybe when the spring hits, we would actually have this ready. So they are doing their thing. Actually, I will come back here. I'll come back here, but I do want to set this up. So let's properly engrave the dance floor. dance floor, and let's build. Let's put some doors in place. Let's see if we have some nice ones. Okay, our stone carvers, they're kind of unbalanced ones. We have some really good ones, and then some who are just learning. So let's do that, and I think let's put some chests in place already for instruments and goblets, I guess. We have some nice chests. We do, nice. Masterwork ones. Exceptional. There's a masterwork as well. Let's put 3 chests there for now. And did I have any buildable instruments? Oh, wait. This is now... Right, that would be... I want the dance floor to be... 10 by 10, which means I need to do... the place itself 12 by 12. Okay, instruments. Do have one. Okay, nice. Let's put it there. Can it be that religion affects dwarves? I had once a death religion and they didn't really bother with all the miasma and death lying around. It might be that that just happened without the religion. Unless you would specifically notice that the dwarves about the same time in your fortress would specifically behave differently because they are worshipping a certain deity, or they have a sect for death and miasma or something. I don't know. Yeah, interesting idea. I haven't paid much attention to that myself. Don't forget to set up a DJ booth. Yeah, definitely. Most important thing in the tavern. Okay, why? Ah, okay. You have the mail shirts, but you are missing the breastplate. But that's fine. That's fine. You're already somewhat protected. I think what I could do. When they are training, are they sparring? Are they having individual trainings? Okay, but this is definitely a good area to guard things. Why is there so many puppies there? Did they like have more puppy babies or something? The dwarves just busy putting them in there. Okay, yeah. They are still in the process of putting all these puppies in the cages. You know what? Now that you said that, Munagas, or used the command, since we haven't had the music, why don't we set up? I will actually take the. Let's listen to the best song ever. Let's listen to Campaign 0. good old campaign 0 from SoundSense. Always was playing when the world was generated in the old Dwarf Fortress if you use SoundSense. So not in-game music at the moment, but campaign 0 by Alexander Shelano. What a legend. What a legendary song. The only problem with this song is that it's not 20 minutes long. Hell yeah, that was campaign or campaign 0 as we know it, who were listening to that in SoundSense. SoundSense when playing the previous versions of Dwarf Fortress. That's I've said it before. That's when like music and sounds can be properly modded into the game. That needs to be the first one that is modded in and needs to happen. Needs to happen in some epic fight moment somehow. It was great in the world generation in SoundSense as well, but that is a fantastic one. Okay, we are getting into the getting closer to. Whoa. Why is someone... Oh no, did we lose a nickname? I just saw a Swordmaster without a nickname training. Did we lose a nickname? Oh shit. Oh crap, who are these guys? I need to install DF hack back to protect the nicknames. So at the moment, like if when the dwarves get like significant kills, they lose their nicknames, and we lost one of these. So now I don't know who these are. Legendary name: Muffle, Convent Graveled Legend Uncertainty. As they racked up two kills from the goblins in addition to what they had before. I completely forgot about that. So we lost. I have no. I need to check up on the VOD who these were. So I have now no idea. That is so annoying. That is so annoying that happens. And yeah, I didn't. I took screenshots of the squads before, but then we had the DFX running for Woodfight, and that was protecting the nicknames by taking basically backup of them. So we have two ones, two here. Muffle. Let me actually I will take a screenshot of that now for a reason, and we'll take a look who these were. Let me see if I could recall who they actually were. Probably not. They have no spouse, and then Datan Upuliton. Yeah, can't really tell. Sorry, I want to check these now, so that when I start getting new dwarves who don't have nicknames, I don't miss them. It's nearly impossible to check it like this. Annoying. Yeah, I think what I'll do, I will check them. I'll check them from the VOD from like yesterday. Yesterday when we were fiddling with I was checking the equipments quite often. I think I even checked it in the beginning of the stream, so might see what is happening with them. Okay, we are already coming to the cavern layers with some mining, so that's good. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it's good. Hey there, Hopeful. How you doing? We actually got it done in almost less than a month. Good job, miners. Well, it's not fully done, but we got it like done. Hey there, Wolf. Seen your content that the last 2 weeks. I'm a noob in Dwarf Fortress. I like the game and learn so much when I watch you on Twitch. Greetings from Germany. Yo, you are most welcome, Wolf. And nice to hear that. That's well, my primary reason of playing Dwarf Fortress is because I like it so much. But then, it's also because I've been playing this game for 15 years, so I know some things about it, and it's good to share that, and that's why streaming this has actually been fun, because people come and ask questions, they give me ideas, and I'm happy to hear you have found this useful. I think we are about to get our tavern up. And smooth it first, and then we can have some dances happening. I think I was holding off the tavern a little bit too long. I think in the second year you should make yourself a tavern. So I kind of forgot about it. Right, this could have been a good opportunity to test the dining hall tavern, but I think I will just make this a normal dance hall tavern. So let's make this a new inner tavern. The mushroom. Wait, what? The mushroom of barricading. Sure. Sure. And let's make sure they collect some goblets in here. And a number of instruments can go high. Actually, I don't need the goblets because we are not drinking here. We're not drinking here yet. They can bring 10 if they want. But yeah, here's the thing about the taverns. Why I don't make them immediately. I make immediately a dining hall and a temple, and then I make usually a weaponsmith's guild or some guild, because here's the misconception: tavern is not a place to eat. Tavern, that's a dining hall. Tavern is a place to party. If you have a tavern keeper and such, it will be a place to drink as well. But it's actually not a place to drink, as odd as it sounds, and not a place to eat. It's a place where the dwarves come to hang out, dance, share poetry, share music, and all that. And the drink happens at the drink stockpiles. Eating happens at the dining hall. You can turn a dining hall into a tavern. But the most important thing is 10 by 10 dance floor, and that's tavern. And with that said, why I don't make it in the beginning, because we need stuff happening in the first 2-3 years of the fortress. So I don't want my dwarves socializing during that time, because there's time for that when you have enough dwarves, so that it doesn't matter if 50 dwarves are in the tavern listening to someone recite poetry, because it's great happiness source for them. But it's also a waste of time when you have 20 dwarves if you have 10 of them socializing. But yeah, dining hall is completely separate. So dining hall is a dining hall. It has a separate zone even in the new version. It used to be that you turned your in the previous versions there were no zones. You built the rooms from the furniture, and you kind of made the tavern in the same way you made the dining hall. But now you can have just a dance hall, which is the main purpose of the performances, dancing, socializing. But yeah, as said, you could have a dining hall like next to it, but always have the 10 by 10 space, so you can have all the possible dances happening in there. Good, but with that tackled out of the way, and we also now have the coupling highway into the depths ready. What I actually need to do is somehow open that up. So what needs to happen is that this needs to be smoothed, because I'm occasionally a bit obsessed about that. And then we will build a bridge here. That we are ready to close. Then we will have our military ready here somewhere. Like here. And we come and breach this. Or we will actually just build the bridge in here, and then we'll actually clear the trap corridor from the bottom. So what I will do is I will first of all open the bait animal to start drawing them in, and then I will bring my military dwarves here to get whoever the invisible beasts come in here. And actually, in preparation for that, we will at some point need our burrows on again. So let me paint a little bit of these while I remember. So let's paint our new magma level accommodation into that one. These have been smoothed, which is great, but I think I will first make the rooms. Up on top, and then these ones. Nice to see this finally done. Almost all of them, I guess. Did I forget to make stairs down? Well, we'll worry about this at some point. So I need to set up burrows because I need to open this bridge, and then I don't want them rushing in. I don't want them rushing into anywhere. So let's set this because we got a lot of new zones here. That is unimportant. This should definitely be in the zone. Then we come to these levels. Okay, here we go. Let's do, yeah, the new tavern of course needs to be in. This can be in. that part does not need to be in. It's potentially dangerous areas. Let's do the tombs here. I'm being careful not to select even any of the walls, just to avoid dwarves doing some stupid stuff when I want them to stay inside. They will still probably do, no matter what I do. So trying to keep them safe. Okay, so that's the main living levels. Then we have all this, all that, all that. These are all good. Might use that space later. Also, it would be so convenient to actually have burrows. Burrows in a way that you could paint multiple levels, but for some reason that is not working. Okay, these parts are somewhat important. The dump levels mainly. Okay, and here these look to be okay, but let's paint some levels here while we are going up, in case we at some point mine them. When we have done this, then we can actually go and fight. Okay, this will be closed. Let's try to remember to close that as well. Okay, that is fine. This is not needed. Here we go again, these ones. Because I want the rest of the fortress to work properly when we open those bridges. Okay, this is fine. This needs to be just a little bit. And this is not part of that. This is fine. Okay. I guess when we actually have everything here closed, this will be an indoor space actually. So we can make this one a safe area, but only that. Okay, so that is now ready. So let's see what I need to do. I need to do a bridge here when this is smoothed. Have that connected to a lever. And then we can like forbid the goblins from going down below, and we can forbid the cavern dwellers and such from going up the levels as well. And then to be ready for that, let's see, we have it would actually be the lockdown in there, so it's kind of connected to that one. Let's make it a quartzite as well. the mayor is socializing by himself. Open trap corridor from surface. To surface. I was just thinking that as well, that socializing alone, I relate. Hopefully for new era for the FPS for this fort begins. when we actually slaughter some of the cavern dwellers. I think it's time. I think it's definitely time for that. But let's prepare this one here. So let's do a bridge. Okay, yeah. This is what I noticed when I have the keyboard cursor on. When I'm building stuff like a bridge, if I use a mouse when the keyboard cursor is on, it's painting here as it should be, but it's not displaying it because the keyboard cursor is messing up with that. So that was the reason why I turn it on when I'm not using macros, because then this would have happened like this if I just paint it with the mouse, but it doesn't display it properly if you have the keyboard cursor on when using a mouse. Okay, let's do quartzite blocks. Quartzite blocks for this, and right. I will forget it at some point if I don't do it now. So okay, where was it? We have it down further below. Just below this one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this needs to be closed. And are you hauling the pets into a? Why we still have all these cats and puppies running around? Because we should have them in a cage. Also, why are you naked? Ah, did we now get more of these dwarves? Did it happen because I loaded sorry, babbling totally nonsense. When we got the migrants from the previous forts, they not only retained their nicknames, but they also kept their original squad from that fort, and they are trying to put on a uniform for that squad that doesn't exist in this fort. So it's very cool that they're keeping their nicknames, but the fact that they stay in their original squad is not great. Especially because it doesn't show up immediately after migration, but then it shows up after a while when I see them naked. However, when I go and assign dwarves in here. If I see someone in a squad that is not for this fort, like, let's see. Actually, the axis of axis is the only one. So they are the only one who were in an old squad. So it's armored. Wait, is the armored car? That's basically if they are in a squad that is not from this fort, and another sign is that they are naked as well. So we will put you in this squad. One thing to look for here as well is that if a dwarf is not wearing a uniform at all, like, well, actually these guys are not yet one, but if you see a dwarf like holding an axe or a pick, that happens because the miners, woodcutters, and hunters are actually something that they have a like civilian uniform that replaces the military one if they have that profession. So if I would put Shatramar in a military, they would never wear the military uniform when they are doing the woodcutting things. So basically, don't have miners and woodcutters, active miners and woodcutters in the military. This causes headache, which I think actually is happening with Suravoi there, and also with Lord Pele eventually, because they are in. Wait, did I put them in the military? Suravoi is, but all right, Lord Pele is not. Suravoi is. Okay, so actually, in order to avoid problems later. No, Suravoi is in the crossbow squad, which is not active yet. Maybe I will remove them there from there later on. Yeah, I think we are fine. And also we got more legendary engravers from the previous migrant waves. Actually, I have just let them do their own thing. I will actually make armorers work labor as my first one to restrict who's actually doing that. So we have a lot of legendary ones, and then we will get more from the, just to make sure that only the legendary ones do it, so that we get as high quality stuff as possible. I will let everyone make weapons for now, because I think we have even more of those weaponsmiths. But yeah, let's have that as our first labor profile. Everything else has been kind of working all right. Okay, let's check the bridge. I think it's being built. Takes a while because they hold all the blocks in here. Why is the FPS so? It was in the 40s again, but now it's not. For a moment, it was actually in decent levels. Yeah, hopefully that improves when we kill the cavern dwellers. I'm curious, like what's the actual number of cavern dwellers we have, because I think there's. I'm guessing there's like 400 or 500 of them in there. Because we see like 100 who are not stealth. That means that there's at least 4 or 5 times that who are stealthy. So a lot of them will come and get themselves crushed by minecart grinders. And then after that my military as well. Okay, but what we could actually do now is, while this is happening, we could do it that we open the first beast trap. That will lure them in for the dog, but then we also open is it this one? Yeah. We also open that one. Actually, let's finish the bridge first because it's outside the Burrow. So let's wait with that, and let's wait with that as well. Yeah, let's do the bridge first. Bridge first, and then we do it. I feel like we started getting more of this ambient music, or music in general, as soon as I built the tavern. I do know that the drink and industry song, that is part of that, but I feel like overall we just started getting more music when I as soon as I now made the tavern. Just those little pieces of music, or ambient sounds or such, because the caverns are like eerily quiet. One thing we can do is close this one. Trade depot upper. And then when we close this one, then there's no access from the outside to us unless they go through the trap corridor. Also, with such a tall fortress spanning over 150 sea levels, sometimes like lever pulling takes ages. So someone gets the lever pulling job from like because at the moment dwarves are quite busy doing things. Now they pulled it. So now this will close. There we go. It takes quite a long time for them to do the lever pulling. Yes. Hey, Chuck. Thank you so much for gifting us up. Cheers. Cheers for the generosity. Very nice surprise. Speaking of keeping dwarves busy, let's do the next batch of things. And yeah, now I'm now 100% certain that tavern is not only connected to the drink and industry song, but it's actually connected to having music. So basically, because you have the tavern where the music is played, you also get music in game. Because we are now getting music all the time, and it's been very quiet. And I thought it was because of the caverns, but it was actually for the lack of tavern. Because we have heard more music after I built the tavern that there has been into all, what has it been, this 25 hours of this fort before this. So yeah, if you do want to hear the in-game music, make a tavern. That's actually a very good reason to make it. Because the music in this game is absolutely fantastic. One of the great things about Steam version was this music. So good. Then more bedrooms right there. Good. Let's see how the metal piles are looking. They're looking pretty good. Let me see that are the jobs running properly. They are. There's a little bit of that problem that they get stacked in a same smelter, but that is fine. Yeah, this was built, so this is from service to traps. Link. That's one. So we wait for that to be linked, and then we can go with the first phase of our destroy the cavern dwellers plan. So what I will then do is I will first of all open the bait animal to lure them in, but I will also take my military in here. And we will hope that not too many cats run in there. Should be better now that we are putting most of them in a cage. Let's actually go through this list. That's how is it going? Do I have space for all the corpses? We are throwing all the corpses into magma. The long-term plan for that trap corridor is that we can flood it with magma, so that everything else but the usable metals melt down. That is the long-term plan. Okay, there's just been new kittens born faster than the dwarves have been able to put them in the cages. So yeah. But yeah, we are disposing the corpses by throwing them. This chute goes down 25 levels into here, and they. But we will have so much hauling done from there that I will rather later on have this. Basically, we can flood this with magma, and then it flows away from there, and we burn all the corpses in here, because there's so many of the cavern dwellers that my dwarves will do nothing but haul their stupid wooden weapons and their corpses away. So we will just ignore them. At this point, all these are skeletons anyway. But the things the fresh kills now will once again cause some miasma. And we have some of these cave swallows here hanging around. We'll see what we do with them. Okay, let's come in here. There's already been connected here, so as soon as we see linked here, we are good to go with the plan. Good to go with the plan. I don't think they need to come here anymore because the mechanism is already here. There we go. Show linked buildings. It is now in the lever. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now what we do need to do is block this hallway. So I have to select it. Block that one. Block that one to avoid surface things coming to us, and then we will actually lock the outside out for a moment, because I have a sneaking suspicion that we will see some goblins when the spring hits in a couple of weeks in game. And this is actually around the time when we started the fortress 4 years ago in game. So 135, late winter was when we started. Started this whole thing. There we go. And it is now locked. Now let me watch this through a little bit, trying to kind of quickly glancing if we have any dwarves, cats, anything running in here. They should not be hauling these diorite rocks. They should not be touching those, but I think I will on the way up forbid everything. Forbid everything anyway. Okay, and here we will start the spiral, so this goes a little bit faster. So we will start from here and see. Don't see any dwarves in there at the moment. We hit the second. Okay, we do forbidden there. That's done. We go upper. We hit these levels. Dodge the cavern. And then we continue all the way up. Yeah. Didn't see anyone there, so I think I can close that one. So it's... Wait, is it connected? Ah, that was the name for that confused me. Let's pull that. Let's pull that one, and it will lock us completely from the outside, because we have this gate closed, so nothing gets in the main stairway. This is the only way in through the trade depot. And now the only way in is into this corridor, which at the moment doesn't lead anywhere. Oh! The Dizzler has been possessed! Let's see what they will make. They will probably, as a weaponsmith, they will go... Okay, that is now closed. They will go into the Magma Forge. Magma Forge and do something, but let's see... Do we get some cool steel weapon, or will we get unlucky and they pick some inferior metal? or make yet another crossbow. Although again, I will accept the crossbows. It's very usable, but some cool steel weapon would be nice. Yeah, just double checking we didn't trap any dwarves in here. I don't see any, so I think we are good. Yeah, we are good. Excellent. They have indeed taken the magma forge, and they have taken a steel bar as the primary resource, which is a great thing to see. That's one of the reasons why I have the iron bars separate, so that when they claim the forges, the steel bars are the closest ones to them, or lead, because a lead warhammer would be also incredibly good, because you can't make weapons out of lead normally, and a super heavy warhammer out of lead would be a cool one. Okay, but we are now ready to open this one, execute the plan, kill all the cavern dwellers, first phase of it. But before that, I will take a short break, and we'll continue with that. So basically, open a way into our fort so that they will start boring through the trap corridor, and then whoever sneaks their way through, my military will be here waiting. So that's the idea. And actually, I will probably bring some war dogs here as well. Let's actually do that. Let's do trap corridor cards. And but yeah, let's take a short break here. And I think I will actually quickly install DF hack back again, because that's to protect those nicknames as we are about to get into combat. And I will also check the VOD quickly for the 2 nicknames we already lost for the goblin kills. My dwarves made a lead warhammer and to wield their tires really fast. Make sure, well, they will eventually get stronger, but you need like your strongest dwarf to wield that. But it hits literally like a truck when you have a legendary hammer dwarf who's strong, like swinging that thing around, because it is indeed a fantastic one. Platinum one would be even better as a heavier one, but yeah, let's have a break now. And if you have been watching on YouTube, you can find the next parts in the playlist. And yeah, I'll see you guys in just a moment.